Oh, wow. Welcome in, you guys. Starting this reading at the planetary hour of Mercury. It is Wednesday, Mercury's Day, November 27th. Um, Currently, right now, we're with the moon in Libra, 23 degrees and 57 minutes. So, we're going to look at the 24th degree. Third wing on the left side of a butterfly. Exceptional facility of consciousness. An unusual level of spiritual awakening can be achieved by serious seekers who then become the seeds of general evolutionary steps, discovering our own uniqueness. Evolutionary development has two characteristic qualities. The normal process of development is a little bit at a time, with periods of clarity and periods of confusion, creating a general unfolding of further understanding. Yet rarely, perhaps once or twice in a decade, we may go through sudden dimensional shifts when a veil is torn from our eyes and we move up the spiritual mountain path in leaps and bounds. Life is never the same after one, and we never lose the expanded awareness. The more profound versions of this are called by Sufis Makam shifts. Whatever Makam is. Let's look it up. Makam. It says in Sufism, Makam refers to a stage in the spiritual journey of a Muslim mystic or a Sufi towards God. These stages are based on the daily considerations of a Sufi and are a combination of Islamic law and mystical knowledge. Place of residence is what it speaks about. A spiritual stage that periodically marks a long path followed by Muslims, leading to the version and the union with God. That's what it says. All right. Big celebration for me. Okay, I woke up this morning. I have 4,441 subscribers. So this whole 444 thing that I've been waiting for since last week, oh, it finally came in. We're pulling from Angel Wisdom Tarot this morning, and I'm probably going to be using, I want to say runes, but I don't feel drawn to that. I'll pull one. Just one. Let's see. Welcome in, you guys. You said not Muslims. Are you against Muslims or something? Okay, let's see. All right, so Zeus is here. This is Leo and Virgo energy. It says a revealing message or an insight, something about communication, signals, inspiration, enthusiasm, speech, true vision, power of words, and naming blessings and the taking of advice. I know a couple of Muslims in my life, just a couple. Let's see what this is all about. Zeus. So it is the fourth rune. Speaking about 444, weird. It's the fourth rune. It says Zeus represents spoken communication, and what we learn from others. It indicates that you should spend more time with older and wiser people, listening to some important advice. Okay. I don't know. I'm seeing the letter F here. It is a rune, so it's a symbol. The letter F is associated to the planet of Venus. Could be someone pertaining to that's like a caregiver, family oriented, compassionate, dependable. Um, I mean, the moon is in Libra. We were speaking about that last night with Venus's energy. Got the Empress on the bottom of the deck. Libra energy. So family, I'm seeing with the letter F. Okay. Number 6 could be of significance. 6 month. That's going to be, who's that? June. So Gemini and or Cancer energy. Cancer is normally seen as the mother figure. Gemini is always associated to communication. All right. Let's see what comes through. Yeah. So I've got the 3 of Cups coming out, and that's Cancer's energy. Technically Mercury in Cancer. So the information coming through the communication would be pertaining to your intuition. All right. This card says news worth celebrating, joyful announcements like engagements, weddings, pregnancy, or graduations. A time for gratitude, close communities, or chosen families. Got it. All right. So this one is associated to Archangel Uriel and associated to the energy of the sun. All right. So Uriel, one second. Okay. Archangel Uriel is a figure in Jewish, Christian, Catholic, Russian Orthodox, and medieval European traditions who is associated with wisdom, truth, light, and the God's messages. There it is, a revealing message. All right, so his name means God is my light and or fire of God. Can provide intellectual insight, practical solutions, and creative abilities. Okay. So again, 3 of Cups, Mercury in Cancer, all about heightened intuition. Coming through with Archangel Uriel. 10 of Cups. A happy marriage, happily ever after, emotional contentment, a loving relationship with your children, raising children wisely and successfully, and being around people that you can trust. All right, I'm seeing it being associated to the World card and Archangel Jophiel. Archangel Jophiel, whose name translates to beauty of God, is associated with the spiritual meaning of beauty, art, wisdom, and inner clarity, often invoked to bring harmony and positive transformation to one's life by clearing away negative thoughts and promoting creative inspiration, essentially helping individuals manifest beauty in their lives, both internally and externally. What a beautiful morning to be alive. So I'm seeing heavy Leo energy here. Again, it's associated to the energy of the sun. The World card, that will be all fixed energy. All right. And I'm also seeing even on the rune, Leo and Virgo's energy. So heavy Leo here this morning. The energy of source is here. All right. Leo is the sun. Leo is the strength. Leo is, again, pertains to children. It's the 5th house energy. It pertains to your happiness, your contentment, your peace. All right, it does speak about how you self-express and become creative and doing things that make you feel like you're in the spotlight. Moving forward. King of Pentacles, it says compassionate, accomplished, charismatic, grounded, a king, I said it. A time of great success, financial security and prosperity, having the Midas touch, everything turning out beautifully, a support parent and or spouse, and or a good person to work for. Okay. So the King of Pentacle person could be a Taurus, a Virgo, and or a Capricorn. Someone very abundant, someone very supportive, very grounded. Let's see. It's like everything you touch turns to gold. And then we've got the Seven of Wands. It couldn't all be good, all right? Because this is the energy coming up as the past. So it looks like you had to stand up for yourself and your beliefs, all right? It looks like you had to have confidence, challenge those in power, but also choose your battles wisely, all right, with the Seven of Wands. And that's going to be associated to the energy of justice. I'm seeing Libra's energy here. Technically, this is a Leo card. It is a fire card. It's associated to Mars and Leo, where we currently have that transit right now. But it's coming up as Archangel Ariel. Let's see. All right, so Archangel Ariel is a powerful spiritual entity associated with nature, healing, and protection. All right, so if it's connected to nature, it says Ariel is often depicted as a lioness or an angelic figure on earth, representing her connection to the natural world. She is known as the Lioness of God and is said to guide the elements and ensure the balance of the environment. So interesting, because it's coming through as heavy Leo energy overall, with the energy of the sun being here. I'm seeing the World card associated to all fixed signs, Leo being one of them, and Zeus associated to Leo and Virgo energy. We're seeing King of Pentacle can be seen as Taurus, Virgo, and or Capricorn energy, but the Seven of Wands, again, it's associated to Mars and Leo. All right, the Lioness of God, Leo is the lion. All right. I don't know if there might have been like some sort of injustice here that was happening overall pertaining to someone's family or someone's happiness, overall wanting to be grounded. This could be someone that you work for. This could just be, again, a supportive parent or a spouse. But there has to be something pertaining to like healing happening here. It says, as a formidable spiritual entity, Ariel exercises authority over the forces of nature, guiding the elements and ensuring the balance and harmony of the environment. Okay. So I have a heavy, like, feminine energy here overall. Highly intuitive. Very successful when it comes to family dynamics. Very grounded type of person, whether you work for this person and or you're associated or this is just you as a parent. Very protective. All right, coming through as the lioness. You don't fuck around. Let's see. Gives a sense of, again, authority. That's what it feels like. The birds are back. Temperance with balance here. Blending the ideas of others with your own to create something extraordinary. Successful compromising. The power of diversity, self-control, patience, and balance. All right, so again, it's giving me temperance energy. And I think this archangel is Zachiel. It only shows me a Z. If you guys see the cards, they only give me like abbreviations of what archangel is associated with. I think I know them all, but I don't know exactly what they all stand for. So I gotta look them up. In Jewish mysticism and Christian Kabbalah, Archangel Zachiel has several spiritual meanings. All right, it is associated to the planet of Jupiter. So that would be the planet of good luck and fortune, growth and expansion, prosperity and abundance. It says, meet Archangel Zachiel, the angel of mercy. This celestial being's name means righteousness of God, which reflects his purpose of promoting benevolence and mercy. Zachiel's energy is often invoking during times of distress and brings solace and restoration. Okay. So there's just this energy of, again, happiness within a family dynamic. If you're associated to someone that's a good person to work for, or just being a good parent, protective energies, working on patience, all right, and balance. If this has to do with something that you do creatively, utilizing your intuition, it looks like you're on a very grounded path. You don't fuck around. You stand your ground on what you mean. You do what you say. All right, because Mars is basically the energy. I'm sorry, Leo is basically the energy of action. All right, self-expression. Look how she's standing here. If you notice, she's surrounded by nothing but planets. I'm seeing from left to right, I see Chiron, I see Mercury, I see Pluto, the Moon, Mars, Saturn, and Venus. So it's like she can handle a shitload of energy just by her standing her ground. All right. I like it. Ace of Wands. An amazing opportunity. Be bold, courageous, and optimistic. Now is the time to take action. Do what you're passionate about. Yeah. So heavy fire energy coming out at the end as we started off with water and earth. All right. So heavy Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius here. This would be Aries with the Ace of Wands. All right. Leo with the Seven of Wands. Mars and Leo to be exact is the current transit. And then we're looking at Sagittarius' energy with Temperance, which we have the Sun in Sag. We have Mercury that is retrograde in Sagittarius. All right. And by the 1st of December, we'll be looking at a new moon in Sag as well. Pallas is still in Sagittarius, which has a lot to do with that of intelligence. It's the planet, it's the asteroid of wisdom and knowledge. Being in Sagittarius, which is all about higher knowledge, it definitely will be expanding the energy of your spiritual wisdom, is what it is. All right. Let's keep going. I don't know if this has a lot to do with like a family member coming in, you kind of intuitively feeling their energy and where they're trying to guide you. If you've been going through rough times, Seven of Wands, it's like, okay, choose your battles wisely, be patient, and go after what seems to be that of creativity. Whatever the amazing opportunity is, it's going to come through as something that you're truly passionate about. Heavy fire energy there. And that one is associated to Archangel. Who the hell is this? Metatron. Makes sense. Metatron is one of the most powerful archangels, acting as the celestial scribe to the book of life, which keeps track of all of the choices made by earthly and divine beings. Metatron also serves as a guide to humanity, is the speaker for God, and is granted the right to be in the presence of God. Cool. He is commonly described as the celestial scribe, recording the sins and the merits of men, as a guardian of heavenly secrets, as God's mediator with men, as the lesser Yahweh, as the archetype of man, and as one whose name is like that of his master. The latter appellation is based on Hebrew numerology. Interesting. Balance, harmony, and peace. Ooh, I like this. That's crazy because that came through yesterday. It says the lines that connect the circles together symbolize the flow of energy between heaven and earth and across space and time. This shows that all life is interconnected. We had that card come out yesterday. The interconnectedness of the past, the present, and the future. Okay. So we got Ariel, Zachiel, Metatron out here, Jophiel, and Uriel. Okay. Six of Wands. Uriel is back out here again. So every time there's a celebration, I'm seeing Uriel's energy being here. The Three of Cups, it's technically like a celebration. All right, news worth celebrating. And then again, I'm seeing victory with wise choices that bring public recognition and success, promotions, awards, and or scholarships. So whatever you're doing that you're passionate about is like you're lit right here. Heavy Leo energy. The Six of Wands is going to be Jupiter in Leo. And then the Seven of Wands is Mars in Leo. I'm being drawn to like read the Sabian symbol for that energy. So right now we're at 5 degrees and 35 minutes of Mars being in Leo. So we will have to round up to the 6th degree. All right, so it speaks about an old-fashioned woman and an up-to-date girl. Impermanence of your values. What is thought important, moral, or even courteous changes very quickly from one generation to the next. Being indifferent to fashions of morality and values. The mirroring within society of personal growth is to be seen as changing social values. These changes are cyclical and evolutionary or even revolutionary. They express as style, as belief, and as so on. It is almost always youth that confronts the conservative, older social leaders demanding change, and change in the end always comes. So since nothing is permanent, not even our sense of right and or wrong. Speaks about contrast. It says awareness and wisdom arise through differentiation. I like it. So it comes through as like, let's just say your family traditions have always been the same. All right, happy marriage, very like, again, traditional. All right, there could be where whatever you touch turns to gold. Like you build legacies, whatever that is. But then the minute that you stand up for yourself and you remain in balance and you go after something passionate, you still end up having a victory. So it's almost like you can learn from your ancestors, and or you can be taught through, messages, revealing messages of wisdom, but not that you always have to do it that way. You can make it and be creative in your own way, self-expressing your own way. Something like this. I like it. Nine of Wands, heavy fire. All right, so things that you're passionate about, confident about, charismatic about. It gives a very restless type of energy. Events requiring immediate action, trusting your instincts, staying focused, and passionate relationships. Ow! All right, fire, fire, fire. Look, it's all here. All this fire energy. By the way, all this red is like fire. Balance, Sagittarius, fire. So Ariel, Metatron, Uriel. I like it. Zachiel. Heavy fire energy. And then we have the Four of Cups with the Four of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Interesting. Number 4s. So again, we said Anzus was the 4th rune. All right, we got the 4 cups, 4 pentacles. It says failing to recognize a magical and opportunity. You might be missing the point. There might be distractions in your daily life, discontent and or bored, or lost in your own world. It says for you to wake up, managing your resources wisely, extremes in how you give and or receive money, time, and or your emotions. This could be pertaining to smart business decisions and seeing things as black or white, and or doing things that are charitable. All right, so I'm seeing Archangel Chamuel here and Miguel. All right, so Archangel Chamuel mission is to help bring peace to the world. So if you're suffering from anxiety, struggling in relationships, or having a hard time forgiving someone, Chamuel helps us deal with difficult times and gives us courage when we feel defeated and alone. So that could be definitely the energy of feeling defeated. I don't know, but it started off with like something worth celebrating. An announcement pertaining to some sort of pregnancy, graduation. I don't know if there's a shift of you, again, ascending in a way. That's what it feels like. Discovering your own uniqueness. That's what the moon in Libra was speaking about. If your challenge here is like feeling supported by your own family and or surrounding people that you can trust, if you don't have this, you do have a mentor or someone that's like a good person to work for, someone that's going to help you assure success. Or this could just be in your energy. Because, I mean, you're surrounded by nothing but fire energy. Fire is like radiant. It's dynamic. It's like you don't need anybody. You stand up for what you want. You have amazing opportunities. You're passionate about everything you go after. You have victory. And it's all about just remaining in balance and being patient. Waiting for things to come to you. It comes through as a revealing message or an insight. Through communication specifically. And it's coming through with heightened intuition. My hand is itching so bad. All right. So it might be that right now you have to manage your finances, and or you might feel that you've missed out on some sort of opportunity, but it doesn't look that way at all. It's a matter of like you continuing to do what it is that you're passionate about. I'm seeing angel number 716, 671, and or 167. I'm going to do 716 first because that's the way it came out. All right, so 716 says soul companions. Important connections are building. The people you meet are special to your journey. Welcome them into your heart space. Your angels want you to make new bonds so you can lend mutual support to one another. Make a plan today with a new friend. That's super cute. All right, 671. Let's see. Tolerance. Try a different approach. There are people around you whom you perceive as challenging. Your angels want you to view this as an opportunity to practice tolerance. Write about a person who presents a challenge for you and focus on your similarities instead of your differences. Think of how to approach them differently. 716, 671, and I said 167. My stomach's growling. 167, it says wake up. So the same thing this card says here. It says lost in your own world, wake up. Mindfulness is key. You are being called to begin a lifetime practice of mindfulness. The world around you and how it interacts with you requires thoughtful attention, as there are signs and signals everywhere that can become catalysts for your spiritual growth. Start by journaling your observations of self in this very moment. Create a daily habit of reflecting in this way. That's funny because the way that I reflect every day is I come online and I do a video of energy checking. I don't know what's going to come out. Okay. That's what I see. All right, let's keep going. Let's put all that fire energy back. I like it. Rise and shine. Sound like a darn pig. Venus, go drink some water. All right, you guys, couple more cards and we're going to hop off of this energy here. 3 of Pentacles. You're having awakening here. The Dreamer. This is like a new path for you. We got the Queen of Swords down on the bottom of the deck. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. I see heavy Aquarius here. The Fool card. It says a new start. Trust yourself. Put your fears aside and take a leap of faith. I'm seeing Piscean energy here with the Hangman. Speaks about having an awakening. A temporary pause for reflection and insight. An awakening where you see things in a whole new light. Embracing your own uniqueness and charitable actions. You got charity energies here twice. Heavy like, what is it? I don't know. It's whatever you do for work. 3 of Pentacles energy. It's like, it says do what you love. Recognition for the highest quality of work, especially creative endeavors. Being paid well for your craft and or working well with others. And an excellent reputation is what you have. All right. So I'm seeing the Fool card. I'm seeing the Hangman. I'm seeing the Strength card. I do see the energy of the Devil here, meaning just balance out your resources. All right. Heavy reputation has all to do with Capricorn energy because it rules over your career and your public image. All right. I'm also seeing the World card here. The Sun card is here. Who's this? Sun card here is twice. Justice and Temperance. Fool card here twice. Queen of Swords. Brilliant, experienced, humorous, judgmental, releasing situations of people that no longer serve you, seeing the humor in difficult situations, focusing more so on your career, divorced and or unmarried individuals. Okay. So whatever this is that's pertaining to whatever you're celebrating here, maybe you're just hoping and wishing for someone that comes in that's more so going to bring in emotional happiness, or just how can you set your path for yourself. Again, we were looking at the number 6 here, so it brings in a sense of harmony. Someone that's a caregiver, family-oriented, compassionate, and dependable, but the weaknesses of that person can be someone that's smothering, jealous, and or possessive. All right, so it looks like this is pertaining to your energy. Whatever the revealing message is, has to do with what you're passionate about, how you're moving on to this new pathway, whatever you've had an awakening of. I don't know, maybe you're like the dreamer. That's crazy. All right. Maybe you're the dreamer with this new path that you want to do, and you're heavily focused, super brilliant, super intelligent, very passionate about what you do. And I feel like you're being mentored here, and or you're working for somebody that's a great person to work for. All right. It's like they give you the advice, you take the advice, and you move forward. All right. So I don't know what's going on with the whole fours thing this morning, but I'm seeing it. 444 is here, with and Zeus being the 4th rune. 4 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles. Earth and water kind of goes together as well. And polar opposites attract. So if you feel like you've missed out on some sort of magical opportunity, then it's time for you to just kind of wake up and understand that you got to either work on finances, all right? How you're giving and receiving your money, emotions, and or time. And then more so moving forward with smart business decisions. Even if you're doing something that's charitable, it's your choice. All right, we're going to get out of this energy. Moving on. Let's see what Astro has this morning. There was one more I wanted to look up. Who was that? I'm nosy, y'all. I'm sorry. I said Archangel Miguel. No, it's Archangel Michael. Obviously, he's a protector. All right. Fights against evil forces. Gives you the sense of courage. It says the spiritual warfare and defeating the ultimate enemy of God and the human race, which is the energy of the devil. I like it. So it gives a sense of protection around you. Whatever you're doing is protected. Rise and shine. Yeah, you can take it. Put some pants on. Okay. Rise and shine, you guys. All right, so something about the 3rd house here, communication. All right, Jupiter is in Gemini in retrograde. Let's take a look at the Sabian symbol. 17 degrees, 39 minutes. We're going to look at the energy of the 18th degree. Two Chinese men talking Chinese. Solitude of the spiritual seeker. To the general population, it seems as through the seeker is a very odd and speaks a strange language. Enjoyment of solitude and the spiritual practice of self-reflection. In order to find rapport with others, we speak their language in their manner and thus unconsciously take on certain of their attitudes and opinions. This is not supportive of a mind that seeks exceptional clarity. Such a mind needs to isolate itself from the twin dangers, which are either the dissolving of the crystallization of one's own stance, we conform, or become staunch. Let me read that again. Such a mind needs to isolate itself from the twin dangers, which are either the dissolving or the crystallization of one's own stance. We conform or we become staunch. There will always be found a few like-minded, deeper individuals to talk to, but not in the common herd. So whatever the communication is, whatever the awakening is, whatever that you do that you're passionate about, fifth house energy, once again, ruled by the sun, all right, it gives this energy of like you are being connected with source and revealing some sort of messages here through the communication that you're receiving. I told you birds are of significance. The birds always come and visit my window when I'm doing my readings. All right. And or I just hear them. Let's see. So solar calm could be a sense of calmness here. And where you're able to like gain clarity of the messages that are coming through. It's like a conscious meditation or something. Sagittarius is here again. All right, so it's a way of you expanding. That's interesting because I see that Sagittarius is the centaur, right? Half human, half horse. I'm thinking of like a very fast incoming energy. All right, it says, as with many I can't say this word, mythological characters, centaurs came to symbolize certain characteristics of humankind. They had a particular weakness for wine, which can consume, then would turn them into reckless barbarians capable of wanton destruction. All right. I don't know. Expanding though. Sagittarius rules the ninth house. It has a lot to do with the opposition of the third house, right? Gemini, Sag in opposition. We saw that energy in the middle of the month where we were looking at the opposition of Mercury and Jupiter. All right. So there's like expanding communication right now, and what wisdom and knowledge lies within that. I'm seeing Virgo here, digesting all that information in, analyzing it, right? I'm hearing compartmentalizing it. I can't say that word right, but it's like kind of like getting everything in order, how you can utilize the information that you're receiving. It's like very efficient in its own way to bring you clarity if you understand what it is that's being communicated. Helps you expand and grow in a certain aspect spiritually. That's what it's given. All right, so I'm seeing transits here. We did see the moon in Virgo square over to Mercury and Sag just the other day. I think that was like the beginning of the week. All right, and then we're looking at debilitated, which brings in a sense of discomfort with certain transits. So those would be more so like the oppositions, the sesquiquadrate energies. Anytime we experience the quincunx. All right. Anything that is not of harmony and balance, meaning sextiles and trines, it's more so going to be where there's a sense of discomfort there. I'm seeing numbers 41 and 14 in opposition. That came out in one of our other readings. It wasn't with this deck though. I think it was with the energy deck that we were looking at. All right, so the messages that are meant to come through here, the communication could be discomforting right now. Mercury is in retrograde, which is the planet of communication. All right. I'm seeing the energy of a tower, number 16. Speaking of chaos here with the energy of the centaur. And then change, major change with the number 55 pertaining to the transits. Planet of chaos can also be seen as Uranus being in Taurus. All right, as we're speaking about feminine energy. And Uranus in Taurus right now is also in retrograde, 25th degree. how we're meant to work collectively. Belonging to a tribe or a community involves us in working together towards shared goals that we all enjoy. Participation in community responsibilities. A community in harmony, again, number 6 associated to harmony, will act together to create communal works that allow individuals to enjoy greater levels of abundance and comfort. It is a strong motivation to seek ways to live in peace and put aside fear, competition, and aggressiveness so that we all expand and understand the communication that's meant to come through, even when there is discomfort in the transits. It's kind of what I'm seeing here. Okay. Yep, there's Taurus. All right, so we're supposed to be cultivating together. Birthing new things, getting creative, expressing the energy of love, parenting, all right. Journey and Descendant. Midhaven on the bottom of the deck. This all has to do either with partnerships and or career on this journey, and how we're supposed to be cultivating together, utilizing these specific transits that are coming into play here. Whatever the communication is coming through, it's like how to remain calm in order to expand, how to digest the information that we're getting through these transits so that we don't feel discomforted pertaining to career and or partnerships, and where we're supposed to be cultivating together on a journey collectively. That's what I'm seeing. All right, let's get out of that energy. I want to get nosy. I'm bored. I'm bored. What's actually going on today? Let's do Aurora Radiant Sun. What is actually going on today? It's the day before Thanksgiving. In the transits, there's not really much going on. A couple squares. All right, we do have the Sun in Sag trining over to Mars and Leo, so that makes sense. We've got Venus in Capricorn squaring over to Chiron in Aries, and where yesterday Chiron was in opposition to the Moon in Libra. All right, so now we're looking at, instead of confrontation, we're looking at tension. All right, and we're also seeing the Moon in Scorpio ingressing at 7:21 p.m. tonight, where we will be squared over to Pluto in Aquarius. Fixed energy overall. All right, the Moon is sextiling to Mercury in Sag today, but we also have lots of quincunx energies with Uranus in Taurus and Neptune in Pisces. So the imagination being of significance, chaos, not too comforting. And again, we were calling out sesquiquadrate energies. That's going to be with Saturn and Pisces, structure and discipline. Let's see. Some sort of inheritance is meant to come through today. Whoa. All right, possibly when the Moon goes into Scorpio. It's coming through as Saturn in Scorpio, though. There's Mars in Taurus being on the defense. I don't know if this has to do with protecting that of your creative skills. All right, your finances even. Taurus can be money. All right, Taurus can be that of love. Something about travels here. I'm seeing heavy like horse energy. That came out in yesterday. Transportation came out yesterday. With horses, cars, vehicles, whatever. There's the Moon in Virgo, speaking about order. Jupiter in Aquarius with innovation, and Mercury in Virgo with caution. Venus in Cancer, birth. This is about birthing something new. Doing something innovatively. Right, being cautious how you move forward, looking at things, how you can bring things into order, especially if it's some sort of inheritance. I'm seeing the opposition of the 2nd and the 8th houses. Your resources oppose someone else's resources, your values opposing someone else's transformation, whatever that may be. All right. Heavy fixed energy here as well. 2nd, 8th, and the 11th houses. We spoke about the 5th house already, and where you were meant to get creative and self-express. That could be whatever you're birthing new. I'm seeing 10 of Pentacles here as well. Ten of Pentacles and the Two of Cups I'm seeing. Interesting. That could be like the birth of a new family dynamic, a new legacy, something. I like that. Let's look at Saturn in Scorpio. All right, so the inheritance card says this could be you managing an inheritance, dealing with other people's property, selling on behalf of another person, an executor of a will, situations involving long and patient work. It says, because of Scorpio's rulership of the 8th house, there is a promise of an inheritance of some kind whenever this card is drawn in a reading. Negatively, the inheritance card can indicate the capability of the questioner to harbor deep, brooding resentment when he or she feels some sort of injustice has been perpetrated. So this could be why you're on the defense of something and trying to bring something in order pertaining to one's emotional state. Scorpio is a very deep emotional person. Okay. Mars in Taurus, which Mars in Taurus would be at its detriment because Mars rules Scorpio's energy. So it's not like it's working well for you here, just saying. Defense. All right, it says starting up a new business, playing the stock market, a quick business decision, or a quick business deal with a profit, a possession that makes a leap in value, and or beating some sort of competitor. It says here, for Mars Taurians, the option of running their own business is attractive. If they do, the chances of success are high since a competitive streak makes them give of their best when completely responsible for their own finances. Negatively, this placing of Mars can indicate a ruthless and mercenary approach to life in which all actions are guided by financial outcome. When this card is dealt in a reading, it shows a need to defend something that the questioner values, okay? So that's what I feel this is. If you're going through some sort of transformation in your life, and let's say you have inherited something and you are trying to start a business, then it's going to be where you have to feel like you defend your finances. Something like this. Especially if you're opening up your own business. All right, the 6th house here with the moon in Virgo. This is having to keep everything in order, especially your emotional state. The moon can speak about security, and Virgo all about perfection and service. All right, so a new health regime, family responsibilities, social work and or organizations, background work and or doing some sort of research work. All right, it says emotional well-being is important to the health of a Virgoan, and upsets inevitably lead to pill popping. Diet and health are important too with this moon placing, and if the person that it describes is not on top of their emotions, he or she could become a fastidious, fussy health crank. With the Virgoan drive for perfection, this card suggests the danger of becoming overcritical and nagging. When this card appears in a reading, it may indicate a tidying up of work systems and health issues. It shows the good health, diet regimens, and new efficient day-to-day work procedures are necessary and or desirable. So this could be something that's new to you if you are starting up some sort of business, having to get up and remain in order with your sleeping patterns, how you're eating, how you're exercising. All right, it could be how you're remaining organized and trying to perfect everything, how you're going to be of service to other people. It can be many different things here with that specific energy. All right, so we've got innovation, caution, and birth. All right, let's see what you're doing that's innovative with Jupiter in Aquarius. All right, so events. It says working on an original idea, being involved with a new invention, an avant-garde group formed to benefit or educate others, using ingenuity to help the less fortunate. All right. The Jupiter Aquarians' interest in new ways of seeing and community activities enables people with this combination to carry out large and constructive endeavors with success. They may be of a charitable or humanitarian nature, carried out in the name of religious, educational, and or fraternal organizations. The negative side of this planet sign combination can manifest as an excessive changeability and or eccentric behavior, to the extent that friends and or partners learn not to rely on Jupiter Aquarians. Their minds can be so inventive and scattered that they diffuse their potential wastefully. In a reading, this card can indicate a totally new approach to a project. To a problem. It may involve the help of clever and talented friends, as Aquarius rules the 11th house of friendship. Okay. So if it pertains to bringing a specific community of people together, a group of people, friends together, whatever this is, all right, it's like be cautious, be aware with Mercury and Virgo energy of how you're going to be of service, especially if you do something that's charitable, something that's like a humanitarian cause, because this is going to be the birth of something new. Maybe you are trying to start some sort of business. Maybe you have been inherited with something here. All right, we were speaking about the energy of how you have revealing messages and or insights that are coming through with communication. All right, highly intuitive energies here. This could be a way of how to bring yourself into order to protect your resources or protect your creativity and whatever it is that you do innovatively. So get caution. And here's where I was actually seeing some tarot cards. So this is the Ten of Pentacles next to the Two of Cups, whatever it is that you're birthing new. Mercury in Virgo is at its domicile. Venus in Cancer. That would be like a heavy feminine energy. All right, so caution says, detailed craft work, cataloging, a laborious task needing care and patience, restoration of order at work, and or a need to plan ahead. So we got order out here already, and we saw the patience card come out in the spread. All right, so if you're doing something that you're passionate about, and this is super like involving you being of service to other people in a very humanitarian and innovative way, then it has to be that you have to protect and be cautious with the changes that are going to take place. Mercury Virgoan likes to know the boundaries of each job well before starting. He or she usually displays a talent for writing and teaching, or at least the ability to pass on information. Mercury Virgoans are methodical thinkers and have good manipulative skills. Highly specialized mental work suits their talents. At work, at home, this type directs much mental energy into sorting out the chaos of less efficient folks. So again, efficiency, analytical, right? Bringing things into order. In a reading, this card usually indicates a need to carefully examine the pros and cons of a problem before taking on any action. Virgo doesn't rush heedlessly into things. Although the card indicates a specialist, as with all Mercury contacts, it holds the potential for more than one skill to fall back on in an emergency. So maybe whatever you do creatively, all right, that I don't know if it helps you bring in a sense of charitable work, but it's always something else to fall back on when you're trying to start something new. That's what it looks like, because that's where we're heading is the birth card. All right, let's see Venus in Cancer. So the birth card, obviously, Venus is all about love. Cancer is all about nurturing and heavy attachments to motherly instincts. All right, so the birth of a child is here, an adoption or an increase in the family, celebration of an anniversary, a reunion with a childhood friend. All right, so it says here, the same goes for the garden, and the Venus-Cancer combination is an indication of quite good taste and manners of interior and exterior styles. The negative side of this combination is that the person described can become overpoweringly smothering and possessive. I just said this. Number 6, harmony. Weaknesses, possessive, smothering, jealous. Okay. When this card is drawn in a reading, it may indicate a birth or other addition to the family. It can also show a need to make contact with someone's mother or more general family roots in order to discover the answer to the question that is asked. Nobody asked the question here, all right? What it's saying is there's something that you do that's innovative and where you have to move cautiously, because whatever you do is trying to bring that up to perfection, because I feel like you have a certain standard to hold when you're trying to birth something new, especially if you're being inherited something by your ancestors, your roots, something like this. All right? You may be criticized by other people. I have the criticism card on the bottom of the deck. 6th house energy is here. All right. 6th house, that is going to be Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. Mercury, Mercury, Mercury. And Mercury is currently in retrograde in the 9th house. So if it has anything to do with what you have higher knowledge of, maybe this is going to be a time of review for you to check your facts. All right, dot your I's, cross your T's, make sure you got everything in order with the information that you're gathering here. All right. We were speaking about signals and how you're meant to be inspiring in a way, enthusiastic, pertaining to your vision and how you have power of your words. All right, and the blessings that come through, and how others are either meant to take advice, and or this could be you taking advice from those that are more highly educated. All right, with whatever it is that you study or whatever you're focusing on here. 3 of Cups again. Same card that came out in the other deck. Highly intuition. All right. So celebration. 3 of Cups. It's like a awakening, an ascension period more so. We've got the Star card that fell out. So Aquarius' energy. Your hopes, your dreams, your desires. Again, the 11th house has all to do with friends. All right, very humanitarian. You have all the wisdom and the knowledge that you're meant to pour out onto the universe as the water bearer. All right, 5 of Wands. This could be Saturn and Leo energy. So you're meant to teach. All right, Saturn is someone that has and or holds a position of authority. Could be that you're meant to teach children. All right. Leo's energy here once again. Doing something creative. The 5 of Wands can be more so of a challenge though. This could be a challenge for people to understand what it is that you're trying to teach. Queen of Cups. Just try to find like a very nurturing way to express what it is that you understand. It's coming through as the Queen of Cups, the Knight of Wands with the Page of Wands. All right, maybe this is something that you're passionate about, but you kind of have to find a way to get creative with it in order to express the knowledge that you have. I mean, you are being celebrated in the way. All right. Yeah, it's going to come through with communication. I'm seeing the 8 of Wands. That is Mercury in Sagittarius, which is currently in retrograde. So imagine all that information that's coming from abroad, but let it be like this way. Okay. Interesting. Fool cards here, the Death card here, some sort of ending to a new beginning, new pathway, 2 of Wands, and the Lovers. Gemini energy. All right. Basing whatever your decision is on how things are meant to be, pertaining to what you've learned so far. I feel like a lot of people might be, you know, criticizing your work. Interesting. Maybe, again, it's not the way that everyone has typically learned. There's that 7 of Wands energy we saw earlier. All right, 7 of Wands, 7 of Swords, Judgment. It could be that you have to strategize on how to get the information across, protecting what your beliefs are, right? Standing your ground. And understanding when to choose your battles wisely. If you are battling against someone that has a different belief system or a different philosophy in life, or just overall believes in a specific religion, then they're not going to be meant to be on your path. Something like that. All right, so don't be afraid of a challenge is what I feel this says. I don't know, something about you bluffing your way through. You don't know everything, and that's okay. Jupiter and Gemini current transit. It's like, go back in and look for the research, right? Look for the work that's going to clarify what it is that you're either looking into or whatever that may be. I don't know. All right. It's part of your awakening anyway. Let's get a crystal on this and I'm gone. I'm hungry. Bronzite, loyalty, trust, steadfastness, self-respect, trusting that the conscious universe has your back, of course. Observing the self and self-reflection, knowing thyself with obsidian. I like it. All right, so I feel like these are going to be your ancestors, your spirit guides, your, you know, those that are supporting your journey, that have your back. Whatever it is that you seek, whatever you find, whatever transformation you're going through. Was that Moldavite? It sure was. All right. It says transformation, rebirth through fire, initiation and opening to new experiences, revitalization and renewal. All right. That's like a brand new path for you, and that's a big deal. Everybody won't agree. Amazonite is here. It's the third time this week that this has come out. All right. Truth, revelation, and the evolution of natural flow of events. And then we've got fluorite on the bottom. Clarity and purity, clear focus, and the end to cluttered thinking. All right, so Amazonite says not everything reveals itself right away in full detail. Wouldn't that be nice? But the conscious universe is unfolding a plan for you so much more brilliant than you can imagine, and Amazonite spirit is here to help you trust in the process and flow of revelation. Some things will be disclosed that may shake you up, but if so, it's all for your highest good, so pay close attention and go with it. The conscious universe prefers you to learn your lessons without suffering, so if you allow any situation to fluidly evolve instead of trying to control them, you will see that much wisdom is being made available to you right now. Mind, body, and the conscious universe are interconnected, so be attentive to connections you previously overlooked or thought weren't such a big deal. They have more insight for you than you might have expected. What is unfolding will help you understand your purpose and find your destiny. You don't have to be a victim of fate, with your fortune defined by repeating lessons learned in the past. You are being prepared for something awesome that you already are moving toward. Excitement and trust are in order. All right, so meditation with the stone encourages us to explore who we are at the deepest level. It assists in ascertaining what is true for us at the core of our being and asks us to own what we know as our truth with unshakable certainty and absolute confidence. Fluorite. When the way forth is clear, a sense of purpose and enthusiasm arises and the fog of distraction lifts. Fluorite spirit appears when confusion is about to disperse, giving way to pure wisdom and free and ambiguous intentions. It reminds you that you can achieve clarity by slowing down and consciously choosing to release any confusion or distractions. Like a still pool reflecting the beauty of the sky, a calm state of mind can produce the clarity that you seek, allowing your intentions to be pure. Obstacles to co-creating can slip away as you work with fluorite spirit to magnify all that is pure, good, and loving within you. Focus on that and it will be amplified. If you are looking for laser sharp focus, fluorite is your best friend. It is a fantastic stone to employ when studying, while learning something new, or when you just need to retain information or important information. This is an excellent stone for children in school, but should be kept away in their bedrooms as it may disrupt their sleep.